All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this bad boy in the truck and go out for a little putt, maybe 45-minute rip, and see how she sounds, how she runs. And if I like it, let's go ahead and load her up. All right, so we just pulled off to a little gym in Emmett, one of my favorite spots just to cruise out to. I'm getting a little ride in before babies wake back up, and just get a little breather from stressful last couple weeks. Yeah, gonna go out. Ground should be wet and damp, which would be perfect, and try this little guy out. Definitely a little nervous because I really liked my GasGas 450. The MC450 was sick. Like, it was dialed in for me. It felt super smooth. The power was really progressive. The suspension was incredible, and so hoping I made a good choice, trying something a little different between now and when the Stark Varg comes. So we'll kind of see how it is. I feel like I'm gonna jump on it and know instantly whether it's a good choice or if I'm like, it's a good bike, but I'm not quite fully sold. So we'll see. Man, if there's one thing you cannot count on in Atlanta, it's the weather. 5 minutes later, it's freaking storming out here. Looks like it's about to dump, so hopefully it passes us. All right, I'm gonna do my very first laps just on the GoPro here, so we can actually get a really good idea of very first cruising on this. We need that cold start today. The throttle is very, very firm, and the return spring is firmer, stiffer than stock by a lot, so that'll be interesting to try. See how this goes. We're at 27.3 hours. Hope the rain holds off. If it does, it's really nice out, but if it doesn't, who knows. Alright, so initial the front end is diving like super bad, not much hold up, so I've got to stiffen that up a lot. The rear end is not nearly as planted as my 450. It's definitely dances a little bit more left to right, especially. The bike does not feel balanced, like front to rear. It just feels like the front's way too soft and the rear's way too firm. The rear feels better than the front. The front, not a fan really, to be honest. But back to two-stroke, it's harder. It's not as easy just to get on and go. So it's good for me, get back into shape and force myself into shape. So see how it goes. All right, so my initial impressions, definitely not loving it, honestly. It's just, man, it's just so rough, which I get it. You get a two-stroke and it's gonna be a lot more jarring and stuff, but the suspension's, the biggest thing is the suspension by far. Like this, the MX Tech insert, the guy that I got it from, he's about similar weight, and man, it just blows through the stroke. There's no hold up. If I touch the front brake, it just dives all the way, like 3/4 of the way through the stroke, like the old 4CS forks. And then it has some bottoming resistance, but by the time you're there, you're not even in the proper part of the stroke and you're not even going fast enough to need bottoming resistance. So either I need to stiffen up the spring or play with the settings a lot and see if I can even find a happy medium there, but it feels like trash and coming from what I came off of. So that part sucks. The bike runs okay. It's nothing to write home about. There's not as much roll on as the YZ had, and it tops off pretty quick, signs off, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you expect? It's a 250 two-stroke, right? I guess I'd probably enjoy it off on the trail riding and stuff, but I know that with the suspension the way it is, all my confidence that I had on the GasGas before, the 450, with that kit stuff, is gone for sure. So here's what it is. We'll see how she goes, and worst case, I'll get a Stark in August and sell this thing, so we'll see.